Hello, my name is Victoria Adams, and this is my applied assignment for SPE 223. For the agenda today, we are using my table of contents, so we were going over the pre-work, the research, any new learning, and continued inquiry. Starting off with the pre-work, the topic I chose to do my assignment on is invisible disabilities. And why I chose it is because often these individuals face many challenges and are widely misunderstood. And for the aspect of inclusion, I am choosing employment, transportation, technology, and communities. For the interview, I chose my mother-in-law, Kathy. Why I chose her is because she herself has an invisible disability. As far as background knowledge goes, I already knew that people can have disabilities without being able to physically see them. For resources, two that I used from the course are focused on people who have invisible disabilities and the challenges that they face. Two resources that I found on my own focus on transportation and how transportation can become a barrier for those with physical disabilities. Moving on, we are going to go into the evidence. On the right side of the slide, there's a screenshot of an email correspondence with my mother-in-law confirming that she is okay with doing the interview. Here is a screenshot of the interview. I had taken notes, and essentially to give you a little background, Kathy lives with a spinal disorder. You cannot see it unless she tells you herself that she lives with it. She does face many challenges, and if you are interested in pausing this video and reading, you may do that now. Moving on, we are going to go through the new learning. What I have learned throughout this course and my interview is that from childhood to adulthood, people with disabilities lack inclusion. I think I have been very sheltered from this topic, so I have barely witnessed any sort of exclusion or inclusion. So reading about this throughout my studies in this course and this class has been very eye-opening. From my interview with Kathy, she actually purposely excluded herself from activities to keep herself from being harmed or hurt any further. Another thing I had learned from the class is that the Americans with Disability Act prohibits discrimination against hiring qualified people who have a disability. Now, with that being said, throughout this class, I have learned that people who apply for jobs are often denied without the hiring manager knowing what their disability is. And the reason for this is because they assume that the person with the disability is incapable of fulfilling the requirements of that role. There are loopholes that hiring managers use in order to deny people of certain jobs. This is very unfortunate, and people are missing out on some wonderful and talented people because of this. One of the truly eye-opening things that I learned throughout this course is transportation can greatly affect quality of life. And I really never understood how big of a barrier transportation was for those with physical disabilities until I did a lot of reading and research on this topic. And I have found that transportation is one of the biggest barriers to people with physical disabilities. Transportation can be very expensive, whether it is private or whether they rely on special equipment to be able to go from one place to another. Many public transportation options do not have the proper equipment to be able to transport those with certain disabilities that require technology such as a wheelchair. And lastly, for those who live outside of cities, public transportation may not be widely available. And the biggest takeaway to this is that the quality of life may go down because those who cannot go from point A to point B cannot go to their work, cannot go to their appointments, and cannot participate in social activities without that transportation. We are now going to go into continued inquiry. For what I would like to continue learning is, are there going to be systems, laws, or technology to address transportation and hiring issues? And what I will do to make sure that I stay on top of this subject is by making a commitment to stay up to date with these topics to ensure that I remain current with the knowledge and issues regarding this topic. Lastly, my question for my peers are, what are the ways that you are creating inclusivity in your life and your environment? Thank you for watching, and again, my name is Victoria Adams, and this is my applied assignment for SPE 223.